Hmm.
Okay, so that the Big Ed storyline is all but done. So one last thing I wanted to talk about is Stephanie and Erica. It's seems to be a couple that people kind of like to dump on a lot this season. They from very early on there was a lot of doubts. Of course, Stephanie is a YouTuber, and from she's a pretty decently accomplished YouTuber, and so it seemed evident from the get go that she might be doing this for fame or for clout or whatever. Of course, we've seen lots of comments that go in that direction. Uh, so from very early on, there was some criticism about this partnership. Also, there was criticism about Stephanie's supposed bisexuality. There were some people mentioning that she came out as a bisexual already on YouTube. So how come her parents don't know about it? It's weird. There's also, of course, just general concerns about her being a real bisexual, and count me in. I'm not sure she really is a bisexual. Her behavior towards Erica was not indicative of someone that is into women, a woman that is into women. So she seemed, anytime Erica got too close, she seemed like she was in panic mode. Like, oh my God. Outside of that one kiss, which was so over the top, right? Their first kiss was so over the top weird. It was gross. It
Yeah.
was like they were trying to make a point. But besides that, everything like Stephanie was just in, you could see the literal panic on her face whenever Erica got a little too close. And actually, I feel a lot of people feel that was a big reason for their constant fights this season was that Erica wanted to get a little too close. And whenever she did, things were nice between them. Of course, they would have a nice day. And then things were nice, and maybe things were going to lead to something else. Stephanie had to break something and create a mass panic, mass hysteria kind of situation to push Erica away. So there was a little bit of that. So as a result, they've been that couple has been not one of the more popular couples. Most of it is because of Stephanie. People love Erica, but I was wondering if you have any final thoughts on this couple as the season is winding down.
I really don't have too much to say with them, but I want to speak to the bisexuality part a little bit to give maybe a devil's advocate perspective. Just I don't know. I want to give her a little bit of credit. Everyone don't hate me out there for that, but they probably had like that online chemistry, like if you've ever been in some sort of an online dating sort of scenario, you can text back and forth with each other. It can seem so hot, like everything's on fire, and then you meet them in person and there's nothing. Like there's no chemistry, there's no real spark there. So maybe that's what happened. Like maybe they actually met in person and Erica was feeling it, but maybe Stephanie just wasn't into it as much as she thought she would be. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to give her the benefit of the doubt there. It would be really uncool if she's just using that to sort of get somewhere. Um, so that's
People
one.
have done worse. It wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the last. People have done things that are much worse. Yeah, we could also give her the benefit of the doubt. We should, because we don't know for sure. Um, but I would say that Stephanie's history is a little dubious
Yes.
at best. So I want to talk about some other things. So we know that Stephanie supposedly has a sex tape that's out there. Now, there were some recent talks about it because information gets recirculated. And so this information has come to light again recently. Of course, this news actually is from 2016 or 2017. And so there was a Twitter post made by Stephanie that was linking to her or a YouTube video about her ex-boyfriend leaking a sex tape. It seemed very sketchy. Now, of course, the video is, I believe it's on private or has been taken down. You cannot see it anymore. Now, there's a couple of issues with it. First of all, you can't do porn on YouTube. That's that's just not how it goes. So was it just another scheme that she did to kind of try to get some clout, get some people talking about her, get some YouTube subs and whatnot? Who knows? Who knows what was in that video? We don't have access to it. Is there an actual sex tape out there? Once again, we don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's possible, but we don't know. It's all rumors at this point. One thing that we do know is that Stephanie is definitely very prudish in real life. She's very conservative. Even her mom remarked on it. Yet she has this. She tries to put on this aura that she's like this kind of like sexual like wild woman or something like that. She said that she used to be a stripper at one point, and in her own words, her history is just her sexual history is just very very out there. However, it's hard to believe a lot of the things she says. So I don't know if she's doing all of this for clout, if she's overselling her sexuality, when in reality it might not even, some of these things might not be true. She might not have a sex tape. She might have never been a stripper. She might not have really done anything that out there besides, showing some flesh, which is, it's easy because if you're just kind of taking a picture of yourself, you can still be prudish and put it out there. If you know you're going to get some subs on Instagram or something, it's something that you could do. However, doing those more out there things is a little more risky, I guess. So I don't know what you think about all of this.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right in that her online persona is totally different. Whatever she's claiming to be is totally different than how we've seen her be in any sort of realistic situation. Um, so yeah, you're right. It is totally hard to take her seriously then. Like take whatever she says at face value and believe it, because everything she's built up about herself has proven not to be true. And I'm not saying that to be, judgy or anything, like, but it just doesn't add up. And we've seen now one person very publicly be the casualty of that, like Erika has become kind of like the victim of her playing up whatever it is that people think she is. So I don't get it. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. And I think it, she, I don't want to say anything too mean, but I don't believe anything she.
Because, I think Stephanie has brought the criticism on herself. She is a public figure. She has a YouTube channel. She's decided to come on 90 Day Fiancé. So if she can't handle the criticism, then maybe she shouldn't be doing those things in the first place, because the criticism is going to come with the territory. And in fact, she should welcome the more criticism, the more people are talking about her. So, you got to take it. And it means that people care. So the worst thing that can happen if you're someone that's trying to be someone online is no one cares. So.
Yeah. No. Okay. So this is 90 Day Fiancé, but I'm just thinking about Mary tweeting at like all the Vanderpump people and no one's liking anything. Like, it's just so sad. I'm sorry.
Going back to mother. Yeah. Trying to be cool and no one cares is not a good look. Never is.
Yeah, just be yourself and try and be as genuine as possible. The one thing about Stephanie is that we don't know when she's being genuine.
We don't know. That's the sad part. We don't know. And I think that she would have been better if she was more genuine this season. Now, maybe she could have been more genuine if she was in a heterosexual, normal relationship, because maybe she's not really bisexual, and maybe that had a part to play in how non-genuine, because she came across as super fake, like all the time. The thing is, it's not just me. This is just what everyone says. I don't think that, I haven't seen anyone out there that has really been a fan of Stephanie, the way she has comported herself, the way she has behaved this season. I haven't seen anyone that's been a fan of it this season.
No,
I don't know.
there's no one that I've seen either. People are loving Erika. They are Team Erika. I'm Team Erika. But as for Stephanie, can I tell you, like, one of my second or third videos I did for this season for Erika and Stephanie, I had someone screaming at me because I was just trying to be kind of fair and balanced, and nothing had happened yet. Like, we had no clue about what Stephanie was about to do to all of us, including Erika. But I had someone screaming at me that Stephanie was terrible. She drags Erika through like the mud this season. Like, they must have known something that we did not know at the time. But yeah, I had other people being vocally nasty about Stephanie or just giving all the support to Erika, and that was it.
You know, I've had people reach out to me about Stephanie as well by email, because she is, I forget the condition she has, aplastic
Anemia.
aplastic anemia. And some people take offense to her being like a spokesperson or like this public figure for this condition. And I've had some people email me about it on Daily Soap Dish, and that are just not fans. Like, I don't think anyone else out there has this level of haters. And people are, I'm not saying that they're haters to downplay. I don't know if what they're saying is legit or not, but people are just taking offense to her being a spokesperson for this condition because they feel that she is not a fit, and that she's using it for clout, for personal gain, and she's overplaying it for the cameras, for the Instagram shots, and all of that. And people are just very pissed about it.
Okay, can I ask you a question about this last episode? Because I didn't say it without medical knowledge, but okay, so I don't know how immunocompromised you get with the condition or how immunocompromised she is. Because did you notice that during the airplane scene, like, no face mask, no nothing. It was like, oh, I guess I'm okay now. Like,
it beats me. And some people even remarked that she didn't have any masks of her own, but she went to the airport and she was just like casually, oh, by the way, you have a mask? Kind of like, oh, you have a pencil or something. Like, no, they might not carry masks at the airport. I never really thought that well, before coronavirus, I think this was filmed before coronavirus, it would never dawn on me that that would be a thing to ask. So it almost seems like she forgot to take her masks, and then at some point realized, holy shit, I don't have a mask on, and I'm supposed to have one. Maybe I should ask someone, and I can make sure that they're filming me while I am, just to, to remind people of, look, I don't want to be critical, but she did not have any masks on or anything throughout the whole flight. And so that did not compute, and a lot of people have kind of been critical of that whole thing. Yeah.
it was interesting.
All right. So I think that's going to do it. So, all right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Gabriella, for joining us today and for having this discussion about 90 Day. Season is winding down, so we're going to have our final episode this week. We're going to have the tell-all, I believe, the week after. So the tell-all is going to be fiery. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be, yeah, it's like a boxing match between a lot of people. However, I think most of it is going to be edited out because it's not really proper for TV. So if you guys want to, it's been leaked, so you can catch it out there. Once again, thank you, Gabriella. Please follow her link to her channel down below. She covers a lot of 90 Day and other reality TV. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
Okay, so stop.